From YouTube, I got BPL Soccer USA, that's their username, says, what are the requirements to live in Johnson? Are they an annoyance? Because if you are living in Johnson, it is a freshman dorm. That's a privilege. You have to do a certain amount of community service hours and this thing called GST, which is like kind of like credits. And if you don't complete like a certain amount, you get kicked out of Johnson. You get like a whole sheet, and it's pretty basic from there. You have to do a paper at the end. Rachel asked me, what form of communications are you studying? As I said in old videos when we first started talking to each other, I am a communication major. But there's 4 types of communication majors. There's CSI, broadcasting and mass comm, journalism, and public relations or PR. I got a giant paragraph from Natalie. Thank you, Natalie, for giving me all these delightful questions to answer. I'm not being sarcastic, I mean it. It is really nice to hear a lot of questions because some people don't want to ask these kind of questions. I'm going to answer some of your questions from this paragraph. I'm not going to answer all of them because I don't really know every single answer, especially about the tuition stuff. So if you want to know about that, I would contact SUNY Oswego's admissions department. Where are good places to go for food, and is there a McDonald's? There are actually 2 McDonald's by the college. Good food places. There's Wade's, which is this really greasy breakfast food place. It has really good omelets that they're really known for, and pancakes that are like the size of your head. Another good place is Canales, which is this really good Italian restaurant. And if you don't want to go to any of those places, there's a Ruby Tuesdays and Subway and Friendlies. How can you focus in a class larger than high school size? I was in a couple classes where there were over like 150 people in them. It's not that hard because the teacher doesn't treat everyone like an individual unless you actually go up to the professor at the end. They don't really know you personally unless you talk to them. There's also a lot of TAs, which are teacher assistants, and those are usually students that have already taken the course and got an A or above. So they're usually there to help you, and especially in a big class, there's usually like 5 or 6 of them. So you should be okay. How can you be a good roommate and still get enough time in the bathroom? When you first get to know your roommate at the beginning of the semester, you lay down a roommate agreement. Bathroom time, you are not sharing a bathroom with just your roommate unless you have a suite. Otherwise, you are bathroom with your whole hallway, girl, boy. So everybody kind of like basically flows into their schedules. What are some of the best ways to buy/rent textbooks? If you really want to make sure you get your textbooks on time for the semester, I recommend the college book store. The problem is it can get really expensive. I used a website this semester that let you look at different prices on different websites for that same book, and I got a book for a penny on Amazon. And it was originally like $100 and something. But the problem is that like you're gonna get it at home, so you have to plan out like when you're gonna get it at home, because you don't want to like get it at home. You're already at school, course already started, and then your parents finally ship you the book, and then you end up dropping that class anyway. Swimming in the lake. You can swim in the lake. It is possible to swim in the lake. It is very cold. I wouldn't recommend during in the winter. It gets icy over there. There's a lot of rocks. You can go down to the lake. You can go swimming in the summertime, in the hot weather. There are no lifeguards, so you are on your own, basically. Last question. Really, Sarah Hill? Really? Do you love Victoria Justice? Yes, I do. I met her. I got 3 things signed by her. I do. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you. You're awesome, I'm awesome, and thank you for all of your questions. Please send me more. I will be happy to answer them in another episode, and if I get a lot, maybe I'll answer them in the next episode at the end. Who knows? Things can happen. You should press the subscribe button on this channel, and you should check out my personal YouTube channel where I make a bunch of videos like this, not about school. And you should look up my name in the search bar or look up I'm Daddy's Little Girl 14. Either one works out fine. Please like this video. Thank you again for all the questions. I love answering questions. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably come up in like 2 weeks. Alright, bye. Bye. I'm standing in the middle of the room with a camera and a tripod.